Guys, it's Shmoy, aka Baby Sham 33 here. So we have a level up event going on, and want to bring up my next rank 5 5-star. You see, I've currently have 13, and next hero I'm bringing up is a very popular one, and watching if you've been watching the Abyss streams, and even just for Labrinth, he's just an amazing hero. So that is actually going to be Aegon. I awoke in him yesterday. I don't have a lot of 6 stones. I'd previously been putting them into Stark Spidey. So gonna have to get a few more of those. So as you see, right now he's only at sig 35. But his ability to build a combo, and at sig 35 he carries 38% of his combo. But his ability to build a combo and then carry it over to the following fights, just amazing. I've been playing around with him, and once you get him up to a combo of, say, 300, where he starts granting those furious, he hits harder and harder. At 500, it's ridiculous. I haven't been able to get him to 750 yet. But like I said, definitely looking forward to using them. Going back into Labrinth for to 100% that sooner than later. Put it off for long enough, but here we go. And let's start ranking him up. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of skill ISO. As I said, it wasn't that long ago I actually took up Stark Spidey to rank 5. Aegon was my last opening before the new year, so definitely a cool way to end the new year. And I don't want this to take forever, so I'm going to use the big ISO blocks that I have. I don't have a mutant hero that I plan to take up anytime soon, as I have a lot of mutants already at high levels. So I don't mind using these blocks. That's fine. And not too bad. We have our Aegon at rank 5. And yeah, let's do some quick gameplay. Still a little bit under the weather, unfortunately, so I don't like to talk for long periods of time. Instead, I was having some fun with him yesterday. interesting thing about Aegon, I mean, he doesn't have any monster prestige, but that's really not what he is about. Um, it is all about building those combos, and when he gets hit, you see he activates those Furies. Of course, how I did that was not the proper way to get hit. Come on. And I was holding my block down, so I was able to protect my combo. Your special 3 activates a very long stun. 2 sets of combo, a heavy attack. And as you see by the as that counter goes up, I gain more abilities. At 100 hits, you have enhanced tenacity. So basically, every time you crit, you are going to shrug off any debuff that's placed. This is fantastic. You're fighting like magic or something. Not magic. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch or Void or anything like that. Now, you see, I think it's right around 150 when you're holding block, you become unstoppable, and any damage you take is like capped at, I think, 5%. So you gain those Furies and start doing a massive amount of damage. Yeah, 150. Critical hits grant 75%. 0.75 seconds of true accuracy, allowing him to ignore auto block or auto evades. This stacks up to 3 times. I'm sorry, it was at 50 hits. Charging a heavy attack grants Aegon 1 second of unstoppable. Cannot be activated while heavy attack ability is on cooldown. So that's one way to really build up and do some crazy damage. And based on, like I said, I carry over 30% of that combo. So now I'm at 61. And from that tenacity, I crit pretty much right away. And as you saw, Captain Marvel's as you saw, the poison debuff that's on me from my suicides pretty much fell right off. So that makes him very suicide friendly. And as long as you have are able to build up, the nice thing with him is that ability is one of his very first. So as long as it's very easy to build up your combo meter to allow you to go ahead and do that. And as you can see here, I'm actually his combos are interesting because he has actually, instead of when you end with his medium, it's really a 6-hit combo, which is good because it really allows him to build up that combo meter. And as you see by that purple cycle, I've got that true accuracy, so I can ignore that auto evade, which on my crit attacks, which is fantastic for things like Labrinth of Legend or Abyss, or just anything where you're having to face characters that evade a lot. So now I've got about 116. And I've not been using my specials because I would have just trying to build up my combo meter instead. But honestly, this Juggernaut fight is a bit tedious and on the long side, so I will use it just to that stun on the special 3 is so long, I will use it to kind of break his unstoppable from time to time. But really, I am using it basically every opportunity to build up my combo as fast as possible and kind of fly through these fights. So it's unstoppable. And I actually like his special 3. I mean, one, the animation does look cool, but at the same time, too, it doesn't take very long. 1, 2, 1, 2. that should finish it. Our combo meter is about 160. I'm really looking forward to getting his sig level up to the point where about at least 50% of his combo carries over. I think that would be a nice spot. And as you see, he basically crits a lot. My mediums at this point, I messed up. My mediums at this point are on a regular are critting for about 8,500, 8,600. Those are light attacks, critting for 5,000, for 5,600. And as you saw, when I took some hits and I let my my fury ramp up, I was actually critting on that medium for 26,000, and those light attacks were 15, 16,000. And right now, as you see on the persistent combo charge, I'm basically over 200 hits. As I said, with him, I mean, as that combo increases, you're just going to keep doing more and more damage and more and more effects. At 500 hits, he's turning off defensive ability accuracy. So, things like Magic's Limbo won't proc, and regen and different things like that. So. So I'm at 251 combo. And always the interesting thing about this is because if you get to someplace like Labrinth, where you need a lot more hits to take down an opponent, honestly, you will, about 3 fights in, you will have built up a really sufficient combo. And it's funny, I remember the first time I fought this Vision. It was using my R4 4-star X23. That's how I cleared Realm of Legends the first time. I figured her regen would help me save on items and the overall damage output she did from her bleed and so forth. So now I'm at 289 on the excuse me, persistent charge. So that Vision was down in like 101 hits. And I'm really not doing anything special at this point because I'm working to build up that combo. But as you see, if I activate it, look at that, 21k, 15k, 16, 13k. And unfortunately that stunned me, but 24k, 17, 24, 16, 5. And when I do that, I do activate the combo shield, so I'm not worried about losing my combo. But it is a dangerous move to do when you do have that extra, that chance to get stunned. And of course, Scarlet Witch, which everybody would be concerned about taking in somebody that does somebody that is immune to her poison. I'm not worried about it because my tenacity is honestly just going to keep shrugging it off. So I'm getting those poison ticks, I'm getting heal blocked. And every time I crit, which is just about every hit, I'm basically shrugging those off. And that's a 14k medium, as you saw. I was having light crits that were at 8,300. I'm at 343 hits. Now, Um, Wolverine is interesting because of his regen can be a pain. Now, I'm going to be doing, even with the regen going, he's ticking for 3,100, 2,300 at times, but my crits are 558, 5,100, 59, 6,000. So I can basically still do some crazy damage to him. And I can slow play this in a way where I'm hitting up into his block and so forth. So as long as I'm attacking him, you can actually still see I'm taking off. His health, but I'm actually going to keep attacking into him and see the reason soon. I need to get to about 160. So I need to build up about an additional 100 and 57. Stuns are annoying. Okay. And this is perfect. So, you just launch a special 3. So once I crossed, and as you see, that threshold, my total combo meter now is at over 500. So I have that defensive ability accuracy. So he is no longer proccing all of those regions that he was proccing before. So allowed me to build up my combo, and I said once over 500, I'm not worried. I was no longer worried about all those regions that were proccing. And then from that, so now I'm at over 400 on my combo meter from what was brought over. And like I said, just the crits are crazy. Because out of that 5-hit combo, out of that one, all but one head crit. That's a combo, every single one crit. I shouldn't have done that. And Black Bolt, I'm in 82 hits. Oh, why not? And as you see, doing some, I had basically charged my heavy to let myself get hit, and with a 25k heavy attack, held down in 59 hits. Not bad at all. Alright guys, a bit longer than I had planned to, but it was just going so fast. I think that was all in all under 30 minutes. As you see, my charges, the way they were carrying out, it's not like a high sig level, so I'm not carrying over a lot of those charges, but just a fantastic hero overall. I really look forward to completing some a lot more difficult content with him. Alright guys, have a blessed one. Hey guys, so I'm back. I was so excited of having ranked 5 Aegon. I started doing some Labrinth play, and before I know it, Red Hulk was down, and Old Man Logan was down, so I was like, you know what, let me just keep going. And there was Electra down, and I was like, I'll keep going. End up actually doing pretty much a full path. Of Labrinth to and it's actually gone pretty well. And yeah, I have to say I'm just extremely happy. It took no time to build him up at all. Just really happy having ranked 5 him, and looking forward to, like I said, just having a lot of fun and doing some different content. It was a much better run than the first time I went ahead and did this with Stark Spidey. I will say that. Alright guys, that's it. Please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.